So I've been gone a couple months, but now I'm back. And all I ask is, what the fuck is happening with... So people for the entirety of April have pretty much just been shitting on Nintendo, because after the success of the original Switch, they decided to dabble around in the art of fucking around. The same way Sony started fucking around with the PlayStation 5 after the incredible run of the PlayStation 4, and the same way Microsoft started fucking around with the Xbox One after the 360. Now, pre-orders obviously still went through the roof, because when a console is as successful as the original Switch was, the one that follows is usually very looked forward to. But let's be real. When you stack bad decision on top of bad decisions like it's goddamn Jenga, that tower of bad decisions is eventually gonna fall. And on top of that tower, and we have seen this way too many fucking times. Now, if you've been paying attention this past month, you already know the shit that Nintendo's been pulling lately, but just for the sake of stacking it all up in one place, let's do a quick recap. $80 for Mario Kart! Whoa! Shit still sounds crazy today. I know I said it's the best racing franchise out there, which I still stand by. I mean, shit, I still believe that I'm the best goddamn Mario Kart player in the world. But $80? But what would justify such a leap of price for a franchise like Mario Kart in Nintendo's eyes? Well, according to them, they believe that
the depth and breadth of the play and the repeatability of the play over time
is what makes Mario Kart World worth $80, which is funny, considering that depth is something that almost every game that came out in the past 20 years has. Like, you're not seriously trying to convince us that the depth of a Mario Kart game, let me repeat that, the depth of a Mario Kart game is what makes it worth $80. Especially now when we can still buy games like Elden Ring for $60. Now, Mario Kart World looks fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to playing this fucking game. I mean, I'm probably not buying it, but I'm definitely looking forward to playing it because I have an uncle who's probably gonna fucking buy it. But here's the thing, while it looks fantastic, it also just looks like the natural evolution of the franchise. From new items, interconnected maps, a day and night cycle, up to 24 racers, multiple game modes, a drive-through. Alright, so they might have just run out of ideas with that last one, I ain't gonna lie, but you get my point. Like, nothing in that direct just made me want to go. But putting the $80 price tag aside, let's look at their brand new welcome tour. Now, historically speaking, tech demos are free, and when they're not, chances are they fail, which Nintendo should know a thing or two about already. Now, the most recent example of a tech demo that I can think of is Astro's Playroom, and the most popular one is Wii Sports, which Nintendo initially intended to sell separately. But thank God for Reggie, who managed to convince the people at Nintendo to just include the game for free when you buy a Wii. Now, why am I telling you this? Because Wii Sports then went on to become one of the most successful games of all time. As a matter of fact, it was so successful it was basically ingrained into pop culture. Now, jump to 2025, Reggie's gone, replaced by a man named Bowser, and Nintendo, clearly not learning from their past, is now charging $10 for their latest tech demo. Which of course is crazy, because not only does it look worse than Wii Sports, but it's also pretty much just a digital fucking manual. What the fuck? Now, I am still looking forward to the Switch 2. Mainly for the future of Zelda. But just because we're excited for their product doesn't mean that we don't also get to call out their bad business practices. After all, historically speaking, when Nintendo fumbled in the past, fans held them accountable. That's how we got the Wii after the GameCube, and that's how we got the Switch after the Wii U. Nintendo innovates when their bad decisions catch up to them. Also, I mean, if Ubisoft pulled some shit like asking us to pay for frame rates, we'd be on their fucking ass. God knows I would. Now, granted, a company like Ubisoft hasn't done as much for gaming as Nintendo has, but if you really think about it, that should just mean that we should hold Nintendo to a higher standard. Now, the fucked up thing about Nintendo charging us $10 for frame rates and better resolutions, which at first I thought fine, Sony had been doing the same thing for years now, who gives a fuck? But here's the thing, Sony at least has the decency, for the most part, to give us additional content for these upgrades. Now, granted, Tears of the Kingdom doesn't have any DLC, so fine, but Breath of the Wild, the DLCs for Breath of the Wild consist of an island, a motorcycle, and some fucking shrines. And you couldn't include that shit. Now, on a more positive note, positive note, Nintendo is finally catching up to modern consoles with things like 4K while docked and the ability to go all the way up to 120 frames per second, you know, things that you should be expecting by now. Additionally, they are finally adding a very exciting thing called voice chat for people with friends. 2 decades after Microsoft did it, which you also have to pay for, by the way. Now granted, Microsoft also charged for voice chat back in 2002, though unlike Nintendo, Microsoft wasn't competing with apps that you could just download on your phone. I have to pay to talk shit now, is that it? Now the point of this video is not to go like, let's boycott Nintendo, or look at me, I hate Nintendo now, I'm jumping on the bandwagon, guys. No, I don't hate Nintendo. Hell, I don't even hate fucking Sony, and I made a video talking shit about them. I hate the greed that these companies are so willing to show us the moment they get a tiny bit too successful. They will make bad decisions. But even more importantly, we, the consumers, started supporting those bad decisions. I don't get why we do it, but we do. By all logic, we should fucking stop. But we don't. People still buy Assassin's Creed games. People still buy Sony remasters. I mean, God knows I do. I mean, they probably keep reselling The Last of Us just because of me alone. I keep fucking buying the game. I can't stop. I don't know why. I'm fucking addicted. And now, people will pay $80 for first-party Nintendo games. So maybe at the end of the day, it's not the company's fault. Hell, if I was in their position, I can't say that I do things differently. But maybe it's